At this table, the guests wish to be advised by you. They have selected a menu at 20,000 yen. The menu should be shown on the screen. They would like to have 5 wines to accompany the menu, with a maximum of 2 white wines. You will have 1 minute to read the menu, and then 6 minutes to advise them. Are you ready?
Thank you.
And 6 minutes.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. May I suggest you a few wines to match with your menu? So, to start, your appetizer consomme of white mushroom with potted quail egg. If you would like, I could surprise you by offering you manzanilla passada, which is a dry wine produced in Spain, and this is rather dry in style. It's Jerez, if you maybe know sherry. That's an older style of Fino, and I like something a bit older with a white mushroom. I don't want something too fruity. If you like that. The first dish will be marinated scallops, ceviche styles, and creamy avocado topped with Ossiet caviar. I would recommend to you for this dish some. I would go for Grüner Veltliner, produced in Austria, in the Kamptal region, or rather Kremstal. It's just next door actually, and I would recommend the wine. By Fred Leumer, vintage 2010. It's a dry wine with a strong mineral character, slightly citrusy, and so with the caviar, I think we need something dry, rather on the lemon aroma. And the scallops have quite a good weight in the mouth, so I want something a bit more full-bodied than the very light style of wine. So Grüner has some weight actually. Then you will follow with carpaccio of slightly sour raw deer and Jerusalem artichokes with black truffles vinaigrette. For this, I would recommend to you a light style of red wine, because it's meat, it's rare meat, and I would like something a little bit fresh and with a good level of acidity. And so I go for a Pinot Noir produced in France, and I would recommend you a wine of with a little bit of age because of the black truffles vinaigrette. So we go with Haute Côte de Nuit, produced by Jean Tardy. It's a vintage 2002 actually, so it's a great vintage, but it has some age, and with the truffles I think it will match well, and it keeps a lot of freshness for the carpaccio. Then you will follow with tempura of king crab and asparagus, and for this I would recommend you a wine after a red wine, back to a white wine, a full body white wine, something with quite a lot of oak, so if you don't mind oak character. And I would go for a Chardonnay produced in the Russian River Valley by Marimar Torres, vintage 2006. will be ready now, and it's quite full body, so with the fatty taste of the tempura, I think it should match well. And then asparagus needs something quite fruity, so a New World style of wine will match, I think, good. Then you will follow with marinated and slow-cooked veal shank with pumpkin puree and caramelized onions. Here, I would go for a wine produced in United States again, if you don't mind, and I would recommend you a Zinfandel, because Zinfandel has rather a low level of tannins, and veal doesn't need a lot of tannins. And there is quite some sweetness in the dish with the pumpkin puree and the caramelized onions. And the Zinfandel has got this little sweetness, which will be welcome to match this dish. So Zinfandel, rather young, vintage 2008, produced in Sonoma Valley, Dry Creek Valley. Then the cheesecake of mature Roquefort with truffles, honey, and walnuts. Well, here I would recommend you to go in Portugal to match it with red wine. And actually, I recently tasted a Ramos Pinto 20 years old Taoni from Quinta do Bom Retiro, and I think it has quite a strong nutty aftertaste, and it should match very well with the cheese. If you don't mind sweet and sour, it should be a good match. Okay. And the dessert will be a variation of fresh red berries, red currant sorbet, raspberry mousse, and wild strawberry. So it's really focused on red fruits here. And I would recommend you to go with an Aleatico. So it's a wine produced, it's a grape from Italy. And we go for an Aleatico from Puglia, late harvest. So it's quite sweet, and it will follow well the port, actually. And it has strong strawberry, cherry,